So this is tying using Eumer Teardrop tubes. They're an excellent way of adding a bit of weight to the fly, but also because of their colouring you can use that as the body. So they're quite a superb invention. And then of course if you want extra weight still, you can put a cone head on the end of that as well. So this is what they look like. First you have to put a liner through that. So to put the liner through, just singe it for a few seconds, push it through from the back, like so, and then there's the piece of silicone on the back, which is probably easier to just to push in, or if you really want you can use a bit of sealant, or in this case I'm going to use a bit of bug bond to seal it in. Now there's obviously dozens of configurations the way you can tie these flies. I'm just making one for the northern waters, and I'm sort of tying it in three sections, using a lot of the body as the actual fly itself. So this is using chartreuse floss. The recent craze is this shows up in UV light, which hopefully is something that attracts salmon. And in a minute I'll shine a light on it and prove it. Right, that's the first part, and we'll shine it with a UV light. Hopefully this will show up actually. I think that's pretty obvious that glows pretty well. Hopefully that doesn't scare the fish off. So just starting right at the top end now. It's because of their shape at the front, they flare the feathers and fur that you put on the fly outwards, creating a sort of natural spring to it. So I'm using dyed blue squirrel. This is a bit of blue calf. Calf tail, springs out nicely. The obligatory but not excessive amount of sparkle. In this case this is UV. I like either UV or pearl, I think seems to be my favourite, which is the UV. It shouldn't extend past the fly. I'm going to finish off using Arctic Fox, which is one of the best fly tying furs that we can use. It's got a lovely curve to it, so obviously the answer is you utilise that curve. And the outermost one is obviously the longest one, so you build it up to, sometimes you can build these up in layers. I tend to whip in the varnish into the final tie rather than put it on at the end. That's where it's integrated into the fly. So this is a fly that's intended to be used in cold water, heavy, powerful water, so I want all the weight that I can get on it. I've also got the body made up of a 22mm teardrop tube, and on top of that putting a tungsten conehead. And hopefully with that it will get down to the fish. So that's the tungsten conehead going on. And then to finish that off, so that's completing the teardrop tube made by Eumer, putting on a Eumer tube to make it even heavier, Arctic Fox for the wing, a bit of dyed calf tail, a bit of squirrel, and this UV fluorescent tag to it, which hopefully just gives it a bit of luminescence without overdoing it.